Yo, what's going on, people? Let's talk about this game. Let's talk about this game. You know what? Let's talk about the game. Energy. I was saying energy, this, energy, that, Arteta this, Arteta that. But you know what? That game was just shit, bro. Kesh, what do you think about the game?
It was a terrible game, but listen, I can't overreact on it. It was terrible. It was piss poor from the word go. It was piss poor. But I can't be surprised every time these lot come in to replace the likes of Smith Rowe and Saka. You see the standards just dropping it.
Okay.
Like how do you lift these players? Like every game they come in, they disappoint. So it's a thing where we just need to hope that we get through this season without getting any injuries to the likes of Saka and Smith Rowe. Otherwise, we're pissed. There's going to be games again where we're going to go through a rugged time. And this is why I said we're not back and don't get carried away by these recent results. Yes, the results are good. You enjoy them because obviously, listen, it's been a while since we've had any wins, but
Yeah.
you can't get carried away by these wins. You just can't.
Okay. So, Kesh, what we're gonna do is we're gonna actually go through the match. Okay. So, if you recall, what was the first? What was the first thing you looked at? You looked at the lineup, right? When you looked at the lineup, how did you feel?
Um, I looked at the lineup and I thought instantly Partey should have started. That's the only thing that I was disappointed because we've seen. Like I pointed it out again in the Newcastle game. I said Shaka not being on the ball as much as he used to because is there makes us look a lot better team. But the moment Partey is not in the team, you see Shaka having to get on the ball and everything, and then you have what's his name, El Neni as well. There's not enough forward passing. There's not enough ideas on the ball. So you then become a team that's just laxy daisy, lackluster, nothing going for us. The starting lineup set the precedent of the game, honestly.
Okay, so for me, when I first seen the lineup, I seen everybody, and I said to myself, you know what? If you're good enough for the Europa League, you're good enough to play Southampton in the FA Cup. So, so Thomas Partey not being in, I just seen it as, would we play Thomas Partey in a Europa League group stage game? No. So
He played
I
in the Europa League group stage game,
no,
so you
but some
can't.
of these games you don't need him. I said
No,
so.
no,
I
no, no,
feel like we
no. You
didn't
can't
need.
look at it like that. You can't. You just
Okay,
can't
Cash,
look at it
Cash.
like that.
I'm just giving you my point. It's not. I'm not at the time. That's what I was thinking. So I get that. That's what you feel. But this is my thought process. I see the team lineup, and I said to myself, Cash, this is a team that's good enough to beat Southampton today.
Yeah, but
That's
how can you think that? That's what I'm saying. You're too forgiving. I keep saying you're too forgiving. How can you look at it like that when the previous games when we was playing with these guys, we was losing? How does that suddenly just change like that? How does your viewpoint go from this team's gonna struggle to no, this team's good enough to beat them? Yes, you're looking at it and thinking, oh, they play for Arsenal. We need to get that out of our head. Yes, they play for Arsenal, but do they deserve to play for Arsenal? No, they shouldn't be playing at this standard.
okay. So then when the game started, I seen corner after corner after corner. And
Mm-hmm.
then that's when I started to say to myself, we're going to be under pressure the entire game. Literally, the opening 10 minutes showed me that we're going to be under pressure. And then when the man struck the ball for the goal, I said to myself, what are they doing? Like, he struck the ball there. It went through
It was
after the
poor, it was
fact.
poor. It was poor defending from Gabriel.
You
It was
know, the
poor.
worst part about it is, Kesh, the
Yeah,
picture after the fact, when after the shot was struck and
yeah.
everyone's on the floor, it just goes to show me that if you were in the right positioning, we would never have conceded that goal
Wouldn't have
because there was
conceded that.
three possible people who could have blocked the shot. Cedric could have stopped the shot from going in, and Leno if he wasn't blocked. So
Listen,
five people could have stopped the shot.
forget what happened after the Gabriel thing. Forget what happened because it took a deflection. That's what happened. It's Gabriel poor positioning that let him down. It's a poor position. There's nothing to hide behind. It's his poor position. Like if he was in the right position, he wasn't flat-footed. He gets a good clearance on that ball. But it was lazy. Stick a leg out. Whenever you see a defender do that, it's just down to laziness. Before
Yeah,
that, it was El Neni who gave the ball away that led to that goal.
yeah,
So it's just little things like this, and you have to question the consistency and the quality because El Neni should never be giving the ball away there. And this is why I say we need to get more quality in this team. Like you see the quality that Partey absorbed. Like you see what he demonstrates when he's on the ball. And when you put more players of that ilk next to a Partey, what you will then find is a team that's got a lot more consistency in their game, a team that can actually dominate possession. Because if you dominate possession, yeah, the opposition can't hurt you. They can't. It's about recycling the ball, and City does it the best. They do it the best. The more possession you got, the less likely a team can hurt you. And we need to start adapting that to our game. So for me, it's just about adding quality. And I know people say, "Oh, yes, it's delusional." What I said earlier about the Jack Grealish.
I'll send the link to you soon.
I'm not saying Arsenal's going to get Jack Grealish because there's a lot better team in the league than us right now. There's not, we would have no right for Jack Grealish to choose us. But what I'm saying is there's no guarantees that Man United is going to go in and get a Grealish. There's no guarantees.
Okay, Kesh, let's not go too far away from the game because I want to just do the match recap first. So at halftime, 1-0 down after the own goal from Gabriel. What is your thought process? Take yourself back to that when we still have another half.
Personally, for me, I think we should have brought on Partey and Lacazette from the second half, the kickoff. We should have done that from then. Before, I think it was like in the 40th minute. I messaged one of the guys over at Arsenal Lounge and I mentioned it, and I said he's got a debt. He didn't do it.
Can I respond to that? Yeah. I think Arteta is similar to Wenger in one sense that he always waits until the 60th minute to show faith in the players that are on the pitch. So yeah. What do you think about that thought process?
Listen, I'm not totally against that, but that changes based on the way the game's going. I feel if you're looking at the game and you see that Nketiah can't let the ball stick to him, he's just pouncing off him, that straight away signals you've got to make the change straight away. And obviously he didn't make the change, and that's where I think he went wrong.
Okay, and you continue. So what's your next thought when it comes to 30 minutes into the second half? We still haven't scored. It looks like Southampton are getting a better grip of the game. We're struggling to create chances. Honestly, the second half, we didn't up until the last 20 minutes. I said to myself, there was still a chance. There's still a chance. And you know Arsenal, no matter what, there's always a chance. But at what point do you say to yourself, this game's done?
The moment I said it's done was, I think it was the 80th minute. The 80th minute. We were just huffing and puffing, and I saw the likes of Lacazette. He kind of went back to his same self before he started scoring again. Like, there was little link-up play, but he was too obsessed with doing 1-2s on the edge of the box when he could have turned and have a pop-out shot. Like, I saw Danny Ings do it once in that game on the edge of the box. The ball fell to him, he turned, and he had a pop shot. But we got obsessed with Lacazette and Pepe. There was I think about 4 to 5 times them two tried to do a link-up play when you're overplaying a bit.
One second.
You receive the ball in a good area, have a pop. And they didn't do that.
You know why they don't do that though? They're instructed by the manager, and people think that the manager is going to tell them when to use their brains and to use their footballing brains.
It's not that, man. It's not that. What this is
no. I'm being sarcastic, Kesh. Obviously.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man. It's poor, man. It's poor. Like, our fans just need to get over this whole Pepe thing. Keep saying that he hasn't getting enough chances yet. Like, come on, man. Come on. There's times when he's like, I think he went over to the left-hand side. Someone played the ball to him. And as he received it, you just knew he was going to lose it. And then as he lost it, it's just like, okay, he wasn't even bothered that he lost it. Like, there's no work rate in that guy. There's nothing. And
forget about Pepe. Forget about Pepe. What about Willian?
Listen, I'm getting onto Willian. Willian, he offers nothing to this team. Absolutely nothing. Like, him playing in the camp, and then you think back to Emile Smith Rowe playing, you see the difference in movement, in terms of turning on the off turn. I think the first 10 minutes, Willian had a pass on the edge of the box, and he done the total opposite to what Emile Smith Rowe would have done there. I was thinking, yes, you got the ball in a good area, turn. Try and head towards the box. You know what he done? He turned, sent the ball back towards the halfway line. And that's when I said, it's
Man's lost
Willian.
it.
This
Yeah,
is Willian. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely underwhelming when these guys play, man. I'm fed up of it. And
yeah.
it's a shot in the foot to Arteta. It is. It is a shot in the foot because
Kesh,
the squad's
let me
depth is
stop you
just so
there. Let me
poor.
stop you there before we go too long on that thought. I want to finish the game. What did you think about that chance that Rob Holding had, where he fumbled, had everything going around
It's
him,
a
and then
nothing chance, man. He's a centre back. He's a centre back. Obviously, if he had seen the pass, that would have been the best solution. He's a toe poke it across, but he's not thinking like that. He's a centre back. He ain't got the mind like
look
that.
at this picture again. How we conceded. Oh my God.
It's poor. There's no. I know you're saying Rob Holding could have anticipated it, stopped from going, but you're not anticipating a deflection like that.
Bro, that's horrendous defending. When you have
It's
Cedric
Gabriel.
could have stopped it.
Nah,
Goalkeeper should
man.
have stopped
It's
it.
Gabriel's
Gabriel could have
fault.
stopped it.
Listen,
And
it's
Holding.
Gabriel's fault. Listen, you're saying Cedric could stop it. Cedric he tried. Yes, you could say he could probably do a better attempt, but at the same time, it was a shit cross. It was a shit cross. It wasn't a dangerous cross. See, if it was Bellerin that done that against another team, you see Bellerin do these crosses all the time. It gets cleared. Gabriel's positioning was very poor. He was way too square and flat-footed.
Okay, so I'm gonna find more pictures from the thing. What about the fact that Ryan Bertrand, when he was getting like, okay, let me just name some performances. Hector Bellerin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you notice him throughout the 90 minutes? Get forward at all?
But we know this was Bellerin, though. We know
Eddie
this. Like,
Nketiah. Let's not get carried away. I'm just gonna name players. Do you disagree with my logic, or do you agree with my logic?
No,
Hector Bellerin
I
is
agree
getting
with your logic. They were poor, but this is what I know about these squads, and I'm telling you, if Smith Rowe, Saka are not in this lineup, we will continue to struggle. So the games that we're gonna have to rotate, we will struggle in those games, and this is why when people are saying we can get top four, I'm saying, are you fucking crazy? Like, have you lost the plot? You've lost the plot when you think you can get top four with this team.
Bro, this is the
Don't
same
don't
guy who's saying sack
don't
Arteta.
don't, don't look at the results that we've got, or look at the way the season's going. Yes, you can say, oh, the season's going, you can catch these teams, but those teams ahead of us, they've got more consistency than us. They've got more players that comes out and put in a 7 at least, game in, game out. So when it comes to having a purple patch from the squad as an overall, rather than just the Saka and Smith Rowe that helps to lift their performances, there's going to be games where their performances drop to a 5, and that don't win you games. It doesn't.
But Kesh, you do realize football is a business. There's people who are going to still pay 100. There's journalists who are going to pay £300 for the photos that the people at the stadium got. There's players who are still going to get their wages. There's all these people who make money off this game. Do you
Yeah.
genuinely believe that every single faction of the club cares about the end goal of the match, or do you think they care more about getting the pictures out to the journalists so they can pay 350 per picture, getting everything out, getting the fans to buy more kits, getting all these things? Because in my opinion, as much as positive guy as I am, and everyone knows I'm a positive Arsenal fan, I can see the club's priority is still the bottom dollar, and it's not the success of the brand.
Listen, we know where this club is at, man. We know where this club's at. I don't care what anyone says. Everyone's saying, "Oh, about the season, this, the season, that." This team is shit. I don't care about the season and the way the season's going. The team is terrible, and it's now the team's gone to this. It's got to the stage where it's like I've seen this coming from a long time ago. I saw it on a Wenger before he left. The squad just regressing and regressing and regressing. Like, everyone wants this team to overachieve. That's what they want. They want this team to overachieve. They want Arteta and Arsenal to take advantage of this team. Listen, I get that. I understand that, but this team is not good enough to take advantage of what's going on. They're not. It's too much inconsistency. You can't do that. If Arsenal had consistency, we could go on and actually get fifth.
Yeah.
maximum.
I tried to find a picture from the game, right? Okay. And while I'm looking at these pictures, I literally, Kesh, I cannot find a picture of us attacking. That's all I'm trying to do, was trying to find a picture of us attacking or a picture of us doing a good pattern of play or something that I could make the thumbnail. You know, the only thing that I see, the only thing they show is the goal that was conceded. And a couple of times where Rob Holding's clearing the ball, a couple of times where they have shots of the goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It just goes to show you that throughout a 90 minutes, you can't find a moment of brilliance. You can't find match winners throughout this team when
This
we
is
go to
why
our.
this is why I said, yeah, I would have. Like some fans were saying, do you want to rotate? I said I think it would be better to play with a stronger team and actually see if we can go ahead in the first 45 minutes and then sub players off. But then at the same time, if we are done that and then the slacks of Smith Rowe and Saka picked up an injury, we're the same ones who will be complaining. You know what I mean? It's a tough decision. At the end of the day, this is fucking Arsenal Football Club. Let's get it straight. We should have an abundance of talent. We should have
Yeah.
players that should be able to come in and give guys a rest and perform, and we don't. So people saying, "Oh, it's your man just fault because your man just picked the lineup." Yes, it's his fault. You can go full pelt and play the strongest team, but you still got to protect the likes of your better players. Like they've been playing, like Saka's been playing how many games? It's just a bad situation, man.
Okay.
It's absolutely horrendous. Like we shouldn't be in this situation. We need to actually improve this team drastically.
You know what? People are echoing you. They're saying exactly. You know what? We're gonna send the link out if you guys want to jump on quickly, and I'm gonna send the link out to the boys. But Kesh, can I say one thing? At least the negative. Can we find any positives from this game?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. There's no positive. We went out
Can
of cup.
I give you something that is a positive, right?
You can try, but I highly doubt it.
At all? You're saying there's not one.
There's not one positive in this at all. Not one at all. Like I expect us to perform in every single game. Obviously, you have to have a realistic, and you have to apply a logic. And I get that we didn't put the strongest lineup out. Like my prediction was a 3-2 game, but that was based on us putting out a very strong team, and we didn't. So I just have to move on from it and suck it up. As I said, like I've before the season started, I've maintained it. I said I want to see this guy with a core 11 of his own
I'll add
players,
you in a second, Tarash.
a core 11 of his own players that are his first choices. Like I understand, yes, he signed William, but that's because we're cheapskates. That's the only reason why we signed William, because we're cheap. Go and give him money to actually go and buy quality players who are driven. Give him the option to go and get those players. Don't give him the option of a mediocre player who's coming to the twilight of his career. So when summer comes, and I don't trust them to even get it right. Listen, we just got rid of loads of players, and listen, I couldn't bet my life on it that they'll go and get the right players and build a adequate enough squad to go on and push forward. So
But they won't.
this summer is make or break, and if they get it wrong, I'm
We're
going to
fucked.
show my rage.
How are you gonna show it without going and like breaking up someone's house?
Bro, my complete attitude will change. That's all I can do. Like, if I could, listen, if I could force Stan Kroenke to sell, I'll be in America right now at his doorstep. But I can't do that. I'm gonna get nicked.
You can't get to
You
his
know what I mean?
doorstep.
I can't. That's what I'm saying.
Community, bro.
That's what I'm trying to say to you. So the only thing I can do is show my rage. Obviously, I'm not on this all Arteta thing out because it doesn't make sense to me.
Okay,
Because
yeah. So
the way I see the
Kesh,
squad.
I'm gonna add some people in. Before I add anybody in, I'll tell you this, guys, in the chat. Do me a favor. Give us your rating of today's performance, and we're going to get onto that also. And also, if you can share this to your people on Twitter, share it to your people on Discord, Facebook, Reddit, wherever you share your Arsenal content, share the video, let them know to join us. First, we're going to have Tarish. Tarish, talk to me. What's good,
Yeah,
bro?
honestly, I'm so depressed with the performance. It's pathetic. Willian, not good enough. Nicholas Pepe, not good enough. Bellerin, not good enough. Um, I think this what do you say? This what do you- DK goes back to 2018 because we are so bad at buying players and selling players. We bought like if we look back to 2018, we bought like five odd players for 80 million: Socrates, Leno, and Lichtsteiner. It's so like we have lots of expectation in the summer window, and we are like it's not fulfilled. And after Arteta came in, I honestly believe that he is doing something to the club. He bought in a centre back, and he is trying to fix issues. But I can understand why he bought Willian, because to add some experience, creativity. I mean, yeah, like to motivate the younger players. But he is simply not good enough. I think in the next summer transfer window, I think we should go for a right back, a centre back, a CAM, and a quality striker. Nketiah was disaster. He was a disaster today. So I'm really upset with the performance. But yeah, I think that we should, save like just get through the summer transfer window, and we should go all out in signing quality players rather than just fixing some issues here and there. Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
I got that. Thanks, bro. Have a good one, bro. Thanks for coming on. Honestly, Velvishwan, what did you think of the game as a Liverpool fan?
Well, watching that game, I think Arsenal have met his match because if you look at the previous games, Arsenal have been playing like the lower block teams. Unfortunately, that my team can't even beat them. Yeah, you're up against a quality side, and Arsenal came in with a negative approach. Like when I see the previous games when Smith Rowe is starting, you can see the intent from Arsenal. They go like, cool, we'll go press for the ball, try force shots at the keeper. Today I didn't see nothing at that. Like Williams,
Because,
it's trash, man.
because those are players. You have
Yo,
to remember.
Willian needs to. Let me say something about Willian Cash. Me and you both agree. The Arsenal messed up again. We just got Mkhitaryan out the club. Let me full screen this shit. We got Mkhitaryan out the club to save Arsenal money so we can go sign proper players. Then what do we do, Velvishwan? We go and we sign a guy like on a free contract and give him the same money as Mkhitaryan and causing ourselves the same problem again. Maybe even more. We gave Mkhitaryan 175K a week. We gave apparently we gave this guy 220K a week with a lot of incentives. But still, that is too much money for a guy who is at the end of his road. Even Chelsea knew that he was at the end of the road. There was no point of ever giving him the money that we gave him. And to me, this is one of the games that you realize the Arsenal Football Club have to write off his contract. We have to.
Yeah, but here's the thing, yeah. You did well to I'm not sure if has it been finalized with Odegaard yet to Arsenal? Or is it still
They're working on smaller deals.
Yeah,
I think
Velvishwan.
they're trying to get the buy clause in. I think that's what's
yeah,
doing it.
then
There's a bunch of guys here. I'm gonna add them in 1 second. Ahmed's next, guys, and then I'll get to Kirsten, then I'll get to Andrew, then I'll get to Ads, and finally will be Arteta out at the end. Okay, so just one by one. So Velvishwan, did you have any other points? Because I still need to go to Ahmed.
Yeah, I don't know why Arsenal going in for Ryan Bertrand, to be honest. Like I know you need a backup left back, but going for someone, I think he's like 33 years old. Like if you're gonna get him on a
31.
loan,
The only reason why we're looking at Bertrand is because he's at the end of his contract. We'd get him on a cheap loan and until the end of his contract, and then we'll get rid of him. But Velvishwan, thanks for coming on, bro. I just need to move on, okay? Ahmed, what do you think of the game?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why is Nicolas Pepe getting so much hate? He was the best player for you today.
Ask Cash.
It's not about being the best. You can be the best of the trash. His levels are still poor. His levels are still poor, though.
He wasn't poor. He wasn't poor.
He was poor,
Wait,
man.
Kesh, you guys have problem with creativity. He made 5 key passes today. Your whole squad.
That's not good enough.
Second
That's
guys.
not good enough. We know the rest of the squad are poor. We know they're poor. We know that.
So why is everybody going on Pepe? That's the thing I don't understand.
He was
Because he's rubbish.
No,
He's not a 72 mil player.
But
Okay.
But it's like
What
saying
Tosh is trying
Maguire
to
is in
say
the 80.
is that it's the Afro beats Anthony knockout.
No.
That's basically what Tosh is trying to say.
I have a problem when people say, "Oh, he's a 72 million player," or Maguire, you paid 80 million for him. He's not worth 80 million. He's not worth 72 million. It's not Pepe's fault, and
He's
it's not Maguire's
He's not
fault.
worth 40 mil either. He's not
It's
worth
true
40
still.
mil either.
Okay, Pep. Okay,
He's
Kesh.
not putting in 40 mil performances either.
Okay, Kesh. If Nketiah scored those two chances, wouldn't Pepe get praised then? If he scored those two
I
chances,
still would have given him praise because I think Pepe should be doing a lot more. It's about what you're doing throughout the 90th minute. He pops up in moments and it's not good enough. His consistency is not good. He had a free kick, you're losing. He had a free kick and we're losing. And he swings it over the bar.
everyone does that. All the
No,
top
okay.
players does that. Kesh.
Okay, Ahmed,
Alright.
you're gonna stay on. We're gonna talk about the next topic now. Okay, Kirsten, what do you want
Yeah.
to talk about?
I was gonna
Well-
say Arteta did get things wrong today, but there's one thing I will say that he did well, and that was not playing Gabriel in the league because he's had COVID. Today he came in and he looked really
He
poor.
looked off the pace. Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
off the pace.
He came in and he looked poor. You guys know my thoughts on Gabriel, but I'll give him the benefit of the doubt today because of what he's had with COVID and stuff like that. So that's one thing I just wanted to come in here and praise Arteta because I don't really give him too much praise.
Okay, so next we got Winter Surfer. Winter Surfer, what do you want to talk about, bro?
Nah, all banter aside, you know, we've bantered you about relegation and everything, but you guys ain't doing that. But I just got to know what Arteta's
Kirsten, I'm just gonna take you out. Okay,
I just, you know,
continue.
you guys can win this FA Cup. You've done it before. You did it last season. No one can say to me, oh, Arsenal couldn't win this FA Cup. I just got to know what his priorities are now, because is he focusing more on the league? Is he going to go all in on Europa League? This was a big chance for you to progress, man, because, you know, Man United,
Kesh, you
Liverpool
wanna
are going to
take
get
it?
knocked out this round.
For
You know,
me,
what is his priorities now?
well, his
Let Kesh
priorities-
answer.
I'll go off the
for
Kesh.
me, the priorities has to be adjusting the consistency in this team. Like, we need to start working on being consistent. Go into the likes of Man United, which is a game that's coming up now. Go into the likes of the rest of the rivals, put in convincing performances. We haven't got that as of yet. Don't let the recent results fool us. Like, we haven't been consistent as a team for many years. You know, a team that puts 9-10 good results together. We haven't been that sort of team. And that's the thing we need to replicate. We need to look at the likes of when Wolves came into the league and was pushing the other big teams. We need to get back to doing that. And we haven't got that as of yet. So until we get that in our game and that in our culture, things won't change. And in order to do that, we need to actually improve the quality. Because you can't just depend on a main 11 and then you can't rotate. You've got to rotate over the course of the season. So when you have to rotate, you should have players that's good enough to come in, adapt to whatever's been going on, and perform. Pepe hasn't been performing to the likes of a Saka. He hasn't.
No, he hasn't. No.
Kesh, we're
Willian
just
has
gonna
not been
move on.
performing to the likes of Super.
We're just gonna move on slightly. Winter Surfer, I'm just gonna let Ads answer the next, ask the next question. Ads, would you want to say, or point or statement?
Well, all I want to say is there's one priority that really is needed, and that's ambition in the team. For you to have ambition, you elevate to better games, and there's no ambition in the team at the moment. I see no leadership. I see no secret
None.
winning any games,
None.
and there's nothing. It's like kids playing. It's like kids fucking playing. And the thing is, I've been saying this since day one. I say it with many other teams, but with Arsenal, you know, I'm old enough to actually see Arsenal be in a decent state and actually win games properly, actually go on runs and actually do something. But there's no ambition, there's no heart and leadership. And if there's no character, you're not going to elevate into good performances. And without ambition, you're nothing. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like there's nothing on the pitch. But, you know, Egal, I understand why you were happy, because you guys were actually playing good football. It was actually good football this recent
No,
3
that
weeks.
was horrendous today. But
But at the
before,
same time,
yeah.
today,
Game was good. That football was terrible.
1 second, guys. Let Ads do his
But
talk.
today was horrendous. It was more of a reality check for some. And to be honest with you, I saw it coming, but I'm not going to say I saw it coming today because no one does. But
No, I saw it coming.
It's always going to be a matter of time for Arsenal. Go on, Egal. Go on.
1 second, guys. 81 people in the chat. I need you guys to hit that like button, people. Hit that like button, and if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're at 81 people, and I only have 11 likes. Come on, what's going on?
That's disgrace. Come on, smash
That's
it.
embarrassing.
Disgraceful.
Bro. Come on.
Now, Ahmed and Winter Surfer are going to be on tonight for Winter Surfer. You're not going to be on for UFC tonight, are you?
Nah, man, not that.
No, it's too late.
I'll
for
be on
that
it.
tonight.
I'll be on. I'm watching that
Yeah.
shit, man.
No,
But
because
see
you
what
were on
Dina
last
White
time. I just thought you'd be on again. But yeah, Ahmed, could I take you out? Because there's some people trying to jump in.
Yeah, bro. See you
All right,
later.
see you then, okay? And then Winter Surfer,
Yeah.
you can stay on for a little bit longer. Just need to go to Ad's point. Ads, to your point, what you said. Honestly, I couldn't have said it better myself. I honestly feel like there's a lot of players on the pitch that don't deserve to wear the Arsenal shirt, that don't deserve to be on the pitch. But you know what? Unfortunately, that's the squad that we have right now. In order to improve, we need to find ways to move them on and get a better and get better players in. The likes of Ameni, the likes of Shaka. One second, Samuel. I'll get to you. The likes of Ameni, the likes of Shaka, the likes of Willock, the likes of Nelson, the likes of even better, and everyone talks about him, but some of these guys are just not. They don't cut the mustard, and we need to keep them moving.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on here. So me, Kesh, and Egal agree that listen, not all of it is for the manager's fault because everyone said the players are not good enough. Like Ads pointed out, there's no leadership and there's no individual quality on this team, and none of these players are the manager. Well, if you look at some of these players,
Samuel, there's two people ahead of you. I'll get to your point, okay? Sorry, bro. It's not an open discussion today. Then AFC, Cronky out.
Yo.
Chat to me.
Well, that £72 million flop. Have you seen the stats on him? He's had 64 shots and only 23 on target. That is terrible. 64 shots and only 23 on target. Like, how can anyone stick up for that flop? It's terrible. That's not Arsenal status.
It's over $1 million a shot.
It's just terrible. I don't know why anyone I hear all the Arsenal fans saying they want Pepe to play. They want him to play. When he plays, we want him gone. We don't want him playing. We all hate him.
100%.
Like everyone cries and oh, we want Pepe. Like that time when Pepe went to the papers and he said he wants a chance to play. Yeah, he got sent off.
Yeah, that's true.
He's such a terrible player. He's not Arsenal quality. Arsenal quality is like fucking like Jack Grealish or.
It's players that are consistent. That's Arsenal quality. Players are consistent.
Arsenal quality is the badge. They got to fight for that badge.
But honestly, mate, I you know what? You might be. You definitely can't out. Are you Arteta out also?
No, I'm Arteta in. I believe in any manager that comes into this Arsenal squad with this same amount of players. They will be in the same position. So like we had Allegri and they're still playing. They want Allegri out straight away.
But you know what though? People debunk their own theories because I see people in China say Mikel's the worst manager, but then they say if Arsenal had a good manager, they'll be getting better. Emery was a good manager. Was a good manager, so you debunk your old point by saying if you had a good manager.
One thing about Emery, one thing what I despised about him was that flop when down to Crystal Palace. He put the kids out against Crystal Palace.
Yeah,
that's what ruined him.
Yeah, that's what ruined him.
And Mustafi as well.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, bro, you've been great. Come on next show, hopefully. Whenever you want to voice your opinion.
One thing. Mustafi, I do not want him in my team. I will pay for his ticket, his transport, whatever he wants out of this bloody team.
Cam, you're in the chat yet, but no one's saying that it's just Pepe.
Thanks for coming on,
man. Shaka how many times? We called out Lacazette how many times? I'm the first to call out Lacazette. I see people saying to sign him, and I'm saying he needs to go.
Let's face it, it's deep rooted, man.
It's deep rooted.
Can I ask one question to Ads and Winter Surfer? And you know what? I'll bring in Daniel here too. As rivals, looking at Arsenal, do you guys fear us anymore?
Let me go first.
I'm a Chelsea fan.
Go on, Andrew.
Listen, as a Chelsea fan, right? I'll gladly admit this, right? Arsenal. I've seen Arsenal play some of the most beautiful football I've ever seen in my life. That 01-02 team is the best Arsenal team I've ever seen, right? But to see you now, banter aside, it's shocking, right? and it's shocking that your owners have allowed you to get this far. It's madness. It's madness. I don't understand it. They should be charged with a dereliction of duty, man. They are bad owners. You're not run properly, man. You are not run properly. I don't know if he's trying to apply an NFL approach to Arsenal. Do you know what I mean?
He is.
He is. It doesn't work like that.
He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand. But I'm
He
going to
doesn't
drop
work
off
like
and let
that.
someone else on, all right? I'll speak to you guys.
All right, bro. Thanks, bro.
Listen,
Next,
you lot's points are so invalid, bruv. Emery wasn't in fans' top 6 manager. It doesn't matter. You said good manager. He's a good manager. He's proven he's a good manager.
Ads.
He's proven that.
Do you first of all, you're Ollie in, right?
No, I'm not Ollie in. I'm manager in.
You're manager in. So are you Arteta in?
Well, right. Before I get to my point, I'll explain. So manager in is like you back any manager that comes in. You have no remote attachment to them. So if they, you know what I'm trying to say. But no, I hear. I'll be real. Do I fear you lot? No, banner aside, like Andrew said, I don't. But in terms of the quality in the club, not the team, you guys definitely stand out as one of the best in England overall. But at this current state, it's actually sad. I'm not even gonna lie. It is sad because I have people who are good friends of mine. They support Arsenal. They're like, "What happened to our club?" I'm kind of like, "There's no explanation other than the fact that your board gives 0 fucks about your players. They give 0 fucks about the manager, and they give 0 fucks about the fans. And when that's the case, if there's no ambition in the board, there's no ambition in the team either. Because the spread of it's like a word being spread across to everyone. It's like a virus being spread. Because what's the point in bringing in these players if they're not going to function properly to a system? And there's no point in changing a manager because you're just going to keep resetting. So what's the point?
Okay. Ads, thanks for coming on, bro. Really
Take
appreciate
care,
it.
bro.
I just need to get some other people on. First things first, Steven's point's gonna go, and then we're gonna go to Samuel. But before we do that, I just want Daniel. Quick question: do you still fear Arsenal? Yes or no?
Not as much as I used to.
Chelsea should
Okay.
do that. in my opinion.
And
Shut
do
up,
you think we're
I'm
still
bad, bro.
challenging with the likes of Man City, Arsenal? I mean, Man City, Tottenham, and everybody else.
Man City, no, you'll never challenge Man City.
Okay, Daniel, I'd love to have you on the UFC show tonight. I just need to get to the player rating soon. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, peace, bro. Thanks for coming on, Daniel.
No one can fear this team. No one can fear this team. I wouldn't fear coming up against this team.
All right.
I would.
Velvet Schwan, can you come on another time? I just need to go to this last caller and then we're gonna go. Okay. Can you hear me, Velvet Schwan?
Oh yeah, I'll come on all the time then.
All right, John, you got a minute. Tell me what's your point? Your about the game. What do you think your points were about the game?
I think Arsenal actually need like an Odegaard, and I think they need a Terry Mitchell. I think they still need backups. I don't think their squad is good enough to challenge for top 4 or even like win a trophy yet.
Of course we're not. No one's saying we're gonna win a trophy now. No one is saying we're gonna win a trophy.
So I think people need to back Arteta and trust the process instead of wanting him out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're an Arsenal fan?
Nah, I'm a Spurs fan.
You're bantering us, bro. John, have a good one, bro. Okay. So now it's just gonna be the 5 of us for the remainder of the show. We're gonna do the player ratings. Samuel, Brandon. First, let me go to Steven because Steven didn't get to say much. Steven, what are you saying? Quickly before.
Well, it's a mixture of both. Why is Willian starting for a start? Why?
Yeah.
I don't want him anywhere near. I'd rather an Academy 12 player. I don't care. He should never be on that. He should never be wearing this shirt. He doesn't deserve it. Right? Play Willock in there. Do anyone else other than him. Right? I'd even risk Emil Smith Rowe getting injured. I just don't want him there. I don't want him there. He doesn't deserve to be there.
You can't. Because you don't like a player, you can't just say stuff like I would risk injuring somebody. That's kind of over dramatic.
But what I'm saying is that I don't want to see a Willian who does nothing and has had two shots on target in 20 games.
Okay, understood. Yeah.
I mean,
No,
look at Nketiah. What did he got to feed off with Willian playing as a 10? Nothing.
Yeah.
And this comes back to
And
recruitment.
not just excusing Pepe as well, because Pepe, he's just basically what we've just paid an extra 32 million for Iwobi, because we sold Iwobi for 40.
This comes to recruitment. This just comes down to recruitment. Like we haven't got the squad depth, so when you decide to rotate, you fall back on these dead players. That's all it is. It's plain and simple. We need to go and recruit properly and strengthen the squad, the starting 11, and then from the starting 11, you then strengthen the squad depth.
Okay.
Arsenal is a long way away, and people don't realize it because their heads too stuck up their fucking ass, and they don't see the reality of this team.
Okay, guys, I think the player ratings today is going to be quite simple, so I'm just going to get Samuel and then Brandon. Samuel, what you got to say about the game?
You know what? It's just pure shit, bro. No one was good. I mean, Martinelli was alright, but all the other players can hang their heads in shame. I don't know why Nketiah still plays games for this club. I think he has had his chances and he's not good enough. I think he's had over 10 games in the past, 10 Premier League games in the past couple of months, and he hasn't really done anything effective. Only one goal against Everton, that's it, and a lucky goal against Southampton. 2 goals.
Okay.
I mean, it's not enough to be a starting striker for Arsenal in the Premier League. One thing we can't say enough about Willian, you know, the stats speak for themselves. Pepe, then again, people moan about Pepe. You know, why is he not playing? That's the reason. He's not effective crosser. You know, I think he had a free run at a Southampton player.
Bertrand, and he dropped.
Exactly.
And he dropped, bro. I was like, oh, you take it. I was like, this is why. This is why. This is the exact reason I can't give this man credit. I don't give a fuck if he created 5 chances or not. Because when it comes to key moments, he does nothing.
Guys, let's get to Brandon quickly. Brandon, you're probably going to mention the same player, so I should just leave the picture up, shouldn't I?
Yeah. I mean, I agree with what Kesh was saying. Our squad depth, you can see it's lacking there. It is absolutely shocking. The only thing that I would say is I think, like I said on the terrace, 7 changes is a bit too many. You know, you can understand, you know, making 3 or 4 changes. I think when you change 3/4 of the squad, you're bound to have a bit of a disconnect there. But once again, you know, we're mentioning the same players that we expect better from. Willian, Pepe, you know, these players that have cost this football club an awful lot of money, putting in absolute dross performances. Hector Bellerin as well, he was another one who was bad today. I mean, he didn't really go forward at all. That's why Pepe was isolated for a lot of the game, because he didn't have anybody running beyond him. He didn't have anybody making overlapping runs.
But I don't even blame Bellerin for him going forward. I generally don't. The amount of times I see us going down the right with the ball and Pepe's got it, next thing you know, he's lost possession. We're then on the back foot. There's so much wrong with the team. There's too much wrong with it. And if I'm playing right, I played right before and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. But I know when I'm playing with a winger and I'm going to overlap and he loses the ball, I'm pissed off.
Listen, I used to play on the right wing, okay? And I'm literally like, I was a kick push guy. You know what I mean? When you get the ball, you kick it, you push, and you try to get past your guy. That's literally what I was doing. And I can't even see Pepe doing the simple things. Like, he's supposed to be quick with the ball. He's supposed to be, like, what happened to Pepe we bought that went past Van Dijk his first game? Were we just overhyping it?
He's poor. Listen, I didn't even get caught up in that because things like that, I don't look at football and think, oh, you beat a man. Like, that means nothing to me. Like, how did that benefit Arsenal in that game? It didn't benefit us.
What are you giving him? Kesh.
Trying to think that he made a few saves, didn't he? Give him a 6. Give him a 6.
Yeah.
Moving on. Bellerin, what are you giving him, Sam?
I would have given it 7 because he kept us in that game.
7?
Yeah. He kept us in that game.
People in the comment section, what are we giving Leno? Put your numbers in right now. If you're saying 6 or 7.
He's the
6
best
or
player on the
7.
pitch by far, and that says it all, doesn't it?
Brandon, what are you
Yeah,
giving
but that
him?
doesn't mean he gets 7. The rest of the squad get a
No,
very
but
low
not
rating.
saying that, Kesh. But he made some important saves that kept us in that game because
Samuel,
Southampton were
Brandon,
the only ones that could have scored.
what
A
are you
lot
guys
of the
giving him?
chances that he saved went straight at him. Like, expect that's what I mean. I put players up too much. Like, I expect my keeper to save those chances. They're going
Okay.
right at him.
1 second, Kesh. Let's answer this once and for all. People in the chat, give us your numbers, and they're giving us 6s, 7, 7, 7. Samuel, Brandon, give us your Brandon. Go first. What's your rating?
I don't see how he can get a 7. He didn't really have that much to do, and like Kesh said, the bits that he had to do, you expect him to do it. A 6, you can't give anybody in this squad above a 6 today because they was absolutely dross.
Okay, Samuel.
6. Did just average, normal.
Okay, so the people in the comment section give him a 7. Kesh, you gave him a 7. You gave him a 6.
6.
Okay, so we're gonna play devil's advocate here. We'll give him 6.5. Okay, moving on. Hector Bellerin. I'm gonna give this to Brandon. Actually, go ahead.
3.
Okay. People in the comments, what are you giving Bellerin? Steven?
Yeah.
What's the rating?
1. Get him out of my screen,
Samuel?
man. Get him out of
Rating?
my screen.
2.
Cash?
4.
I'll give him a 3.
Okay. I think 4.5 is fair. Is that fair, guys?
No, it's not.
No, man, no. Just give him a 3 then. Just give him a 3.
Only do that for his hairline.
People in the comments are giving 0, so he drops down to a 2.
Yeah.
Give him a 2. Give him a 2.
Okay, he drops down to a 2. Now, moving on to the next wing. The left wing, Cedric. Very at fault to the goal, in my opinion. What are we giving him?
Got done too easily. Way too easily. Just a poor performance. If we had any sort of notion that he might be decent in the last game, that's just absolute crap.
No, he was decent in the last game. He was
decent in the last game, but he's not level. He's not levels though. He's not levels.
He's not levels. But I think he actually started the game quite well.
I'm not denying that, and I gave him a good rating there. But it's just, he's not.
No, it's not.
When it comes
below
to
average, I think
this is why I say the next 5 games we've got,
really.
and I mean the next 5 games we've got is bad. It's just 3.
Okay, so people in the chat are saying 4s and 2s. So 3 sounds right. Everyone's saying 3 is good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Samuel, you're the next guy. I'm gonna give you Rob Holding.
You know what? People were pleased with him in the past couple of games, but he's not good enough to pay for Arsenal. He didn't deserve that contract extension, you know. He's just pure average. Nothing good about him.
Average.
Yeah, just 2. I'll give him a 2. I don't care.
2?
Yeah. There's no excuse.
Anyone disagree? I think 4 at least.
No way.
3.
All day long.
3's been generous.
He was horrendous, mate.
People in the chat, what are they giving him? Rob Holding is getting a 0. Somebody said he's average. He gets a 4,
Average.
0. Okay, if he's getting a 0 and average, then Gabriel must get a 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2.
Absolutely.
I gave him a 2.
Okay, if you're
actually
actually a journalist and you actually watch the game and you give a proper rating, you're gonna give him at least like a 5 minimum. But since we're fans,
I think if you're doing it properly,
this is journalists. They'll do anything to try and get another interview with Arsenal.
He did make a few very good challenges when we was in situations where it was a 3v2 and things like that. He did.
People say if people are giving him a 1 just because of the own goal, like you can't really.
I think
that was just unlucky.
But I'm looking at it from a journalistic point of view. If you look at the actual game and you come out of it and you look at his raw stats, he gets a higher rating than his actual.
But the problem is, Egal, a lot of times they will give a higher rating because they might get something down the pipeline in terms of Arsenal.
Like Liverpool lost 1-0 to Burnley and their whole team got 7s and 6s.
But Liverpool tend to perform though.
Yep. If you talk to the fans, if you talk to the fans, they'll actually probably say it was even worse than that.
Okay, Brandon, Samuel, you guys been quiet. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, there's no arguing about it. Gabriel was poor today, but at the end of the day, you've also got to cut the guy a little bit of slack as well. He's been our best defender this season, and he's been out for a while now. He's had COVID. It's his first game back. And yeah, he was poor, but I think him and Rob Holding were both on par. I'd give them both a 2. I really would.
Okay. There's this guy's message right now just made me realize I'm an idiot. I should give him a lower rating. Did you see how easily Shea Adams just walked around him?
He's well off the pace. You can tell he was well off the pace.
He's got, if he was that off the pace in training, why it beggars belief why he was starting.
Because this is the game you have to start.
Someone said this message, guys. Am I wrong? Am I wrong to try to be objective and look at it from an outside perspective when I'm doing these?
You're wrong. Yeah, you're wrong. You got to give it from your point of view. We're the fans. We can't look at it what they see.
Can I also just say is that it's all right saying he had to play this game? Is it, and what about Murray or someone else?
Murray's out injured.
Put him on the bench.
Guys,
you've got to use these games. There's no problem with Gabriel playing this game. At the end of the day, you've got to play him to get him back up.
I give him a 3 because of that, just because of the COVID situation.
Okay, so Brandon's gonna get Xhaka. So you're gonna get what do you call it? El Neni. What do you call it? Kesh.
Shit. Listen, -1. Honestly.
Okay.
The guy was
what are you giving him?
That bad.
People in the chat, what are you giving him?
Hold on. There was a space of a 5-minute period where he kept giving the ball away. I was losing my head. I was thinking, oh my God, just play it simple. If you can't keep on the ball, play it simple.
Okay. Let me ask the other guys. Samuel, number?
0.
Sideways
0.
Well, it's Mohamed Al sideways, isn't it? It says 0.
Okay, so this is going to be the first 1 or 0. So are we going to be fair and give him at least a number for playing?
No, he doesn't earn nothing, man. He doesn't deserve anything. 0.
Okay, so before Brendan goes, we're going to go to Super Chat, and then we're going to continue. So the first Super Chat of the night comes from Shademan himself, right? Everyone gave 0, so he gets a 0, I guess. And it says, anyone kept an eye on Bertrand? ? Hopefully, he will figure out our left back situation. Cedric and Ainsley Maitland-Niles aren't left backs. Ain't gonna cut it for me. That's what he says. What do you guys think?
That's the thing. That's the thing. If we have, if we do get Bertrand on a loan or whatever, right, we can put him like on the left and as cover for Tierney instead of having to play on a right back.
Okay, so you know what? For this one, I'm actually going to take Xhaka off the screen because no one wants to see Xhaka, and I'm going to make Brandon bigger. Good. Brandon, talk about Granit Xhaka.
Well, over the past few weeks, Granit Xhaka hasn't been too bad. He's been pretty decent. But then today, he turned into Granit Xhaka again. Absolute fucking horrendous. The amount of times that he nearly lost the ball in dangerous positions, the fact that he's just got the turning circle of a ship, the fact that I knew as soon as we started that game with Granit Xhaka and Mohamed El Neni in the midfield, I knew we was going to lose that midfield battle because the two of them, they slow down the play all the time. They don't move the ball quick enough. They're just as bad as each other. And I think he was just as bad as El Neni as well. And he gets a 1 for me.
Okay, so Semantic says 1 or 0. People are saying 0, 0, 0. Guys, I don't even need to ask you for this one. I'm just going to give him a 0, okay? Now, Nicolas Pepe. Can I have Nicolas Pepe, guys? Because I generally feel like Nicolas Pepe is going to get a 3. That is being extremely generous. I'm giving him a 3 out of 10 because at least he was not as bad as Willian. What do you guys think? I give him a 3 out of 10. Cash.
I haven't got a problem with that at all.
Samuel.
I give him a 1.
At least he got us out of our seat. How are you giving him a 1? For a couple seconds, you think he could do something.
Wow, he got out of a seat. Wow.
Listen, nobody else on the pitch was taking the initiative to try to drive. He did that 3 to 4 times.
No, he wasn't as bad as Willian. He wasn't as bad as Willian.
He gets a high rating than Willian then. So it's around a 1 or 3. I'm stuck between that. So
I'll give him a 3. There's a few times he had good moments that he turned his man. It's just that when it gets to the end product, Pepe's always going to be the same.
Okay, who
Saying,
wants Willian? Who
Leave.
wants Eddie Nketiah? Who wants Martinelli?
I have Willian.
Okay, so Martinelli goes to Samuel.
You know what? He's the only person that I was happy with today. You know, he was pressing the ball and he was all on his own. He was pressing full safe. I remember.
He had good moments, but he still had a poor game. He had a poor
Southampton, Southampton just isolated him.
He had a poor
he was
game,
the
but
threat.
listen, with this guy, yeah, he had a poor game, but he always had ideas. Like there's a time where he dummied it and we was through, but the other people that he's playing with are just not on his wavelength. They're not good enough. Like if Martinelli was playing today with a Saka and Smith Rowe, we would have had a much better game. There's no doubt
I
about
don't
it.
even think they care.
Guys,
I don't even know if
do me a favor,
way
people. Like the video if you think Martinelli's the future. Like the video if you think this guy can
course
carry
he
it.
is.
If you don't think he is, then tell us why in the comment section. Because people are giving him 4s. So 4 sounds good?
Yeah, 4's a very.
Okay, so you know what? Willian is so controversial that we're all gonna have to do it. So I'm just gonna sit out for this one. I'm gonna turn on the light. You guys tell me what you guys think about Willian.
Fucking fraud.
I've already put in I put in a complaint to the financial ombudsman and trading standards. Bruv, that's a 40 item. 40.
It is.
40,
Honestly, honestly.
We need compensation. Chelsea, listen. Complaints.
That's not even a resale on eBay.
Listen. This guy is at the end. He's at the twilight of his career.
Kesh, you could take him to a charity shop. You could take him to a charity shop, and you wouldn't get him. So you would get the charity to take him because they wouldn't be able to sell him.
He should be played at Inter Miami. Arsenal had no right to even be looking at this guy. And you know the reason why we looked at him? Because Eddie's got connections with his agent, same agent. He's on a free, Arsenal. It matches our profile. Cheapskates.
I have a question. I don't even know if I spelled this right. But is this fraud or is this theft?
It's fraud. It's fraud.
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 We did fraud.
Guys in the comments, is this fraud or is this theft? People are saying both.
Well, he's already on fraud watch. I mean, come on.
And what I'll say about Willian is I don't know who let this happen, but he's got the most ever appearances by a Brazilian in the Premier League.
Listen, I knew
who did that happen.
Listen, I knew the moment that the same people who wanted Arteta out were saying Willian was good. That people were gonna flip flop on Willian, man. There's been a lot of flip flopping. I
remember when we first got him. I said, if he's a backup for Martinelli and Saka on the left, then fine. I don't want him playing every week. I don't want him playing every week.
My hands up. I said he would be a better option than Reece Nelson. Right now, I look like an idiot because Reece Nelson would actually put in some performance.
I said it'd be a good idea if burn out Martinelli or something.
They're both shit.
You know what? Egal and Kesh. You know what I say? Just for this alone, I do.
Well, Kesh, you say Nelson's shit. At least Nelson does actually have a try.
He's shit. I don't see Nelson do.
I don't care, but Nelson does do a little bit more than Willian.
Okay, guys, everybody stop. Everybody stop. There's one person who hasn't said a word, patiently waiting for his turn. Brendan.
Yeah, go on.
You have the floor.
The best thing we can do with Willian, right, is we're not going to tear his contract up because that means we have to pay him off. So the best thing we can do is get the guy who wears the Gunnosaurus outfit, play him in midfield, and give Willian the Gunnosaurus outfit. That's the best thing you can do because this guy is dog shit. And seriously, you would tear his contract up because we've got 3 years of this and we've had one good performance out of him. And that was at Fulham, first game of the season.
Can we then communicate to Ozil to say he's got to pay the wages?
Forget about Ozil. We have another Mkhitaryan. This is another Mkhitaryan. This is not.
No, this is worse. Because
this is worse.
This is worse.
Mkhitaryan had good performances. This is worse. He ain't had one good performance at all.
Yeah. You know what the crazy thing is? You know the crazy thing is? I could see him going to Italy and smashing it. I could see him going to another league in Europe.
Good riddance. Does he want a taxi to the airport? I'll take him there.
Bro, Kesh, let's be honest. Those Italian clubs, they turn water into wine somehow. I don't know how they do it.
Have you seen the clubs that wanted him? Inter
Real
Miami,
Madrid?
bro. They've only been established for like a year. Inter Miami.
Yeah, but Inter Miami also want Messi.
But that, you can't, come on, God, man. Why are you gonna bring up that? Why are you gonna bring that up? We know why they want
Send him to
Messi.
DC. That's
We
the end of story.
we talk
Send
about
him to
Bendia.
America.
We talk about Bendia's stats in the Premier League. You know who is second behind him? I mean, 2
Seventh.
spots lower than him.
Yeah, William.
William.
But it shows that stats don't mean everything.
Stats.
Exactly, that proves it. Stats don't mean anything. Listen, this
Okay.
guy is not welcome at Arsenal anymore. You
Yeah,
know,
there is
I'd rather
one
Premier
stat
League
that means something though. Two shots on target in 20 games.
Okay, so wait.
That
What's his
says it.
rating? What's his rating?
Zero.
Does he get a number?
No,
Zero.
zero.
No, zero's not even good enough. It's got to be a minus.
Okay, guys in the chat, give us your ratings. Is it minus? Is it 0? You want to know something? I looked on the internet to see his actual rating from the Sun, because that's the only people who do the ratings quick enough.
Why did you do the Sun?
Because no one else does it quick enough to after the game. The Sun do it they do it literally like 2 minutes after the game's done. So
What did they give?
they did their rating.
What?
Oh man, I'm not gonna put it on the screen, but I'm gonna look it up. You guys keep talking about William, like.
Well, I've looked it up on a website to see what their stats were, and their rating William was 6.1.
6.1.
Football Critic apparently they've rated him 6.1.
Bro, this is why you can't look at
any-
ratings from these guys.
I don't trust any papers when it comes to do any subject to do with football. They're not
Yeah.
football people.
They're doing. Do you know why they give him a good rating? If we give him a good rating, they might get an exclusive interview.
You know what? Yeah, just for this transfer alone, I don't trust Edu. I trust Arteta, but I don't trust Edu. Because listen, if Kia Drobashan wasn't his agent, he would not be at Arsenal right now.
Facts.
It's fact.
Facts. The thing, no, but the thing is,
listen to this. Willian flop, Bellerin never attacked. Eddie Nketiah showed some passion. That was the article for the player rating for the Sun. Okay, let me give you guys the ratings. Let me give you guys the ratings that they gave. They gave Bernd Leno a 6. Okay, listen how laughable this is. They gave Bernd Leno a 6. They gave Bellerin a 5. Okay, they gave Rob Holding a 7. They said man of the match performance. Right? They gave Gabriel Gabriel a 5. Okay. Here's where it starts to make sense. They gave him a 5 also. They gave Elneny a 5 because to them a 5 is a 0. Okay. They gave Xhaka a 6. 6. Okay. Okay. This is now where you know it's a joke thing. Guess how much they gave Pepe?
7.
To them a 0 is 5. So they gave Pepe a 5. They gave Willian actually a poor rating. They gave him a 4. Right. They gave Gabriel a 6. And then this is where everything is this guy on drugs. He gave Eddie Nketiah tied for man of the match 7.
Ridiculous.
Let me read this. Simply was fed up of the first half performance, frustrated rookie striker, started to show some signs in the second half, denied an equalizer by Fraser Foster, outstretched foot, flashed wide, showed glimpses of his future.
They do realise that shot that he took, right? If it didn't take a deflection, it was going well wide.
Yeah, it was well wide.
Okay, guys, now we're gonna just do the subs. We're gonna do the subs. Lacazette didn't do much. NA. Bukayo Saka came on, showed some lights. I'll give him a 5. Thomas Partey came on, played played what he could do. Was very behind it. I'll give him a 6. Is that fair, guys? With Partey?
Yeah.
Partey 6. Lacazette nothing because he didn't play enough.
Yeah.
Right? And then
I'll
Bukayo
give
Saka.
Partey a 4 because he had plenty of time to try and do something.
And I give him a 5 also, right? Now, people in the chat are going crazy. People are laughing. People are saying, guys, if we were to say one word to describe today's performance, just so we can wrap it up, what would that word be? For me, I would say lethargical.
Same shit, different day.
Average.
Kesh?
Shit.
Dross.
People in the chat, come up with a word. Come up with a word. And then, yeah. Cash, tell the people they can catch you.
Yeah, I ain't even got time for it, bro. I've been listening to all this shit.
Samuel, you can see his shit there. Brendan AFC TV, you already know. Go find the guy and find him on Twitter also. I think he pretty much the same name on Twitter also. And
Yep.
Stephen Feely TV, you can see right there. That's the name of his channel. Go find that. And Egal TV, that's this channel. And you guys smash the like button, subscribe, do the thing, and big up to every single one of you guys watching. It's been great. Love it, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Let me just read some of these words before we go. Underwhelming, Groundhog's Day, stale, arrogant, Arteta out, Upti. You know what Upti means in Somali? It means uncle. I don't know why he said that. Anyways.